Hi everyone! I cannot believe that this is the last video for 2025. And so I wanted to share my 5 top AI tools that I would say I probably use almost every day. So if you're interested in coming to explore with me the top 5 AI tools that I use, that I recommend for 2025, then please come with me. Here you can see I can drag these and move them down. So teachers could move these around and drag if they were just given the prompt. The first AI tool that I recommend for 2025 is Manus, because for me, it's a one-stop shop that creates everything for me. I'm very mindful about using my credits and creating things that are going to be useful for my students, for teachers, and for education. But here, if we just go through what's been improved, we're briefly going to go through this. It's basically a lot faster. So when they released in April, it took around 15 minutes. Yeah, it used to take quite a long time to complete any tasks, but now it's just under 4 minutes today for any task. And then now we're building complete web applications like I just demonstrated. One of the major enhancements is the full stack web application development. You can now build and deploy production ready web apps entirely through conversation with Manus. And it says, unlike typical AI website builders, Manus can execute an entire value chain within a single context. You can see here it introduces collaboration, allowing you to invite team members in a shared session to work together with Manus. It is a one-stop shop, and I can create not just web pages, but PowerPoints. I can create spreadsheets, like so many digital formats. Okay, the second tool that I recommend for 2025 is Padlet released a couple of new functionalities last week. One of them was screen recording so that we can record anything on our screen. I tried it out and I can see that we're just actually recording the screen. Your face and your video is not included in that recording, but it might be a good way for students to explain some of their thinking, if they're solving a problem, or if they're explaining a particular concept in different subject areas. Or I could use it as a quick information giving video, just explaining how to complete perhaps one of the assignments and giving a little bit more guidance. Okay, let's see how we actually screen record. We're going to add the plus sign, then press plus 13 again, and you can see the whole menu of different options that Padlet has here. I'm going to press the screen record, and it's accessing my microphone. I've got a time limit of 15 minutes. You can adjust that to 2 minutes if you want students to just explain a concept, or if I want to just quickly explain a particular assignment. And then next, I'm going to press that window, and now I'm screen recording. And I'm going to go to the Padlet blog because they really give good explanations of the new table format, and then I'm going to show you an example of how I would use it. So here is an example of looking at the table of kingdoms and philia. So this looks like a biology lesson. And here it says we introduced custom post fields before, that was a couple of years ago, but now we've got table format with your Padlet as an interactive table where every post becomes a row and every field becomes a column. So the table format gives you organizational power of a spreadsheet with capabilities you won't find in Google Sheets. So very different. There's more functionalities because we can upload images, embed videos, record audio, add drawings, all while maintaining the structure of rows and columns. So this is quite exciting. The third tool that I recommend for 2025 is the new Canva tools, which have all of the AI functionalities. I can, input an idea, bring it to life, design for me, create a
create an image, draft a doc, and then of course it can code. Look at the sorting. Okay, a sort. Okay, so let's double click here. So once I double click, here we go. It says, and you can see it coding here, create an interactive categorization game where students drag and drop items into correct buckets. You can use the design as well, and I suppose you can edit. This is an interactive timeline. When I press here, it's got some information about hieroglyphic writing. And so students can actually explore this. Here's what happened in this one. I suppose what I would do with something like this is rather than going chronologically only, I might just look at ancient civilizations through a particular lens.
The fourth tool that I recommend for 2025 is Napkin AI. It was in beta version for a very, very long time, and I've been recommending it in all of my workshops. And you can use Napkin for free. When it was in the beta version, I actually used Napkin, and I said, as soon as they release the subscription model, I'm going to say, take my money, take my money. But I decided to subscribe. But if I go back, let's just show you how I did the brand actually. So if I go here, and then I'll just show you, because I chose the dark red and also the dark blue. And let's have a look. I think I pressed, now I'm just going to go to style. And where did I go before? Customize styles, you saw. So let me just go down here, customize styles. So I'm allowed, was it 2 or 3? Let me just go over here. I think I'm allowed 3 custom styles. I put in 2. I like this dark blue, and I also like this dark burgundy. And then these are all the built-in styles that we can have, that we can include. If there's a style you don't like, just untick it. So they're the different styles. I can add another style because I've got up to 3. And then what's really nice about this is that we can export it. So if I just select the whole thing, and then I want to export, right? I right click, I can copy and paste this directly, or because I subscribe to this, I can actually export as a PowerPoint or an SVG file, where it's in a vector image, and I can edit it and scale it. I can be in light mode or dark mode. I prefer the light mode. They promise to stay free so that you can still utilize all of the basic functions, but there's the Plus and the Pro, and I knew that I would subscribe straight away as soon as they came out of the beta version. It's such a powerful tool. We know that students, in fact, everybody, humans learn better through visual coding, and through looking at visuals, we can actually process information a lot faster than just reading text. And the last AI tool that I recommend for 2025, it's free, and I recommend it to everybody, and that is Google's NotebookLM. They've just released a whole plethora of different functionalities, new functionalities. I've talked about creating a blog post, but today I'm going to be talking about creating some of the other reports, the other styles. So I thought, let's have a look at these documents. So I'm going to go over here to reports. And if I press on reports, okay, you can see, so last week I talked about how we could create our own report, briefing document, study guide, blog post. And then we also have strategic brief, best guide, best practice guide, explanatory article, and concept explainer. So last week I explored the blog post and absolutely loved it. Of course, I will be editing the blog post because there's not many anecdotes in it. It doesn't sound like it's my voice. It's been written in my style. So I'll be adding a few of my personal touches and my own writing, and then releasing the blog post. But what a great starting point, because at least it's got all of the studies on AI and critical thinking. That was what I was talking about last week. So this week, let's have a look. Okay, I'm going to look at the concept explainer. All right. So that is now generating. And then I also want to, at the same time, I'm not a fan of flashcards, but you know, there's nothing wrong with flashcards, because I still believe in the fact that we need to teach knowledge, skills, and understanding. That means that we still need to have some kind of a domain knowledge in order to be able to develop other skills such as critical thinking and problem solving skills. So if we need domain knowledge, that means that we do have to memorize some low order facts and skills in order to be able to then draw on those and develop understanding. So let me just press flashcards as well. And I'm just interested to see what it comes up with. And you know, maybe there are some terms, a low level vocabulary terms that I just need flashcards for. Okay, so here we go. What is the primary aim of the International Baccalaureate as stated in its mission statement? All right. And let's just press next. The three fundamental concepts that frame the IB's constructivist approach. Oh, I have to scroll down, I think. Oh, it's the last word. It's about inquiry, action, and of course it's reflection. But here I can press to see the answer and explain. Okay, so it explains it over here, which I'm sure it has a link to the actual original document. So let's say I didn't understand that component reflection. And look, here is a beautiful summary with the links to where this is in the documentation so that I can verify. So I think I like this part of the flashcards. It's not about, okay, memorizing, you know, that vocabulary word or the structure, but then helping to understand where it fits in and where to verify this information in the documents. So I'm just going to close that so that you can see that menu again. Okay, I've looked at my maps before. I've done a video overview, the report section. There's so many different options there. I've looked at the flashcards. I think we can, you know, a quiz is a quiz, right? So I'm not that interested in looking at quizzes. Okay, they were my 5 top AI tools for 2025. I would highly recommend them. They really have helped me with my workflow, with designing really engaging learning experiences and unit plans, and also different presentations and keynotes that I've had to use and guides for parents and teachers on AI use. If you have other top tools that you have loved for 2025, then please share it in the comment section below. Have a wonderful new year, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me this year and exploring all the exciting developments in the AI world. I wish everybody peace and happy holidays. See you in 2026. Bye.